He promised me there was no one else, that he was just busy. But busy men don't spend hours texting another woman. I didn't suspect a thing until I saw a message pop up on his phone. I miss you more than I should. My heart raced. That evening, I waited until he smiled at his screen and asked, "Who makes you happier, me or her?" He laughed. "What are you talking about?" I pulled out his phone, opened the messages, and whispered, "Let's ask her." His hands trembled, and that's when he knew his perfect emotional affair was falling apart. I, 33 female, was with my boyfriend Ben, 35 male, for almost 6 years. We lived together for 4. We had a quiet little place in Somerville, Massachusetts. Nothing fancy, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, creaky floors, but it was home. Or I thought it was. I've never been the jealous type. Not even in past relationships. I always believed that if someone wants to cheat, they will, and there's no amount of checking or controlling that can stop it. So I trusted him. I never went through his phone. Never questioned his guys' nights. Never checked his location. And to be honest, for the longest time, I never had a reason to. Ben was loving. Thoughtful. He used to pack me snacks when I worked long shifts, leave me silly notes in the kitchen, rub my back when I got headaches. We had routines. Friday night pizza. Saturday grocery runs. Lazy Sunday brunch. It was good. Not perfect, but comfortable. Then around last summer, things started to shift. He got quieter. Not cold exactly. Just distracted. Distant. I'd talk, and it felt like he was halfway listening. He was on his phone more. He'd smile at it sometimes and put it down fast if I walked by. I asked him once, "Everything okay?" He said he was just stressed with work. Startup life, you know? Long hours, pressure from the team, deadlines. He said he was exhausted, mentally and emotionally. I believed him. Because I wanted to believe him. But the late nights started piling up. The times he'd go to the office, even though he said he could work remotely. The way he never seemed to want to sit with me on the couch anymore. We used to cuddle every night. Suddenly, he was always too tired, or already asleep before I came to bed. Still, I didn't suspect anything. Not really. Because we had history. Because he said it wasn't about me. He just needed space. I started adjusting myself to make room for this new version of him. I gave him space. I didn't complain. I figured relationships go through phases. I told myself it would pass. People get stressed. People pull away sometimes. It doesn't always mean something's wrong. But then one night, everything cracked. It was a Thursday in January. Snow on the ground. He texted me around 5:30 p.m. and said he'd be late, some Zoom meeting with a developer in Portugal, or something like that. I made dinner anyway. He got home around 7:15, said he had to hop on the call in 10 minutes. He dropped his bag, kissed the top of my head, said, "Smells amazing. Save me a plate." Then he went upstairs. He left his phone on the kitchen counter. Face up. Normally, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. But it buzzed. Then again. I glanced at it. I don't even know why. Just habit, maybe. The preview of the message said, "I miss you more than I should. Can't stop thinking about last week." My whole body went cold. I didn't touch the phone. Not yet. I stood there, completely still, like maybe if I didn't move, I wouldn't have to admit what I just saw. But then it buzzed again. "Are you gonna tell her? Or do I have to?" I didn't breathe for a full minute. Then I picked it up. Unlocked it. Yes, I knew his passcode. He never changed it. And I saw the thread. Hundreds of messages. From someone named Sierra. I scrolled. There were heart emojis. There were pet names. There were photos, not nudes, but still intimate. Her in his hoodie. Him sending her a selfie at work. Him telling her he missed her laugh. Then I saw my name. He told her I didn't understand him anymore. That I was emotionally distant. That things between us had been basically dead for months. He told her he was thinking of leaving. That he just needed to figure it out. Meanwhile, he was sleeping next to me every night. Eating dinner with me. Letting me wash his laundry. I didn't say anything right away. I closed the messages. I put the phone back on the counter. And I waited. He came down 20 minutes later with that same dumb smile, holding his laptop. "Call went well," he said. Then he looked at his phone, and I saw it on his face. The freeze. The panic. The realization. I asked him one question. "Who makes you happier, me or her?" He blinked. "What?" I said it again, slowly this time. "Who makes you happier?" He looked away. Shrugged. Said, "What are you talking about?" I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just picked up the phone, opened the texts, and held it out to him. "Let's ask her." His face drained of color. He sat down like his legs gave out. Then came the excuses. The lies. The weak justifications. "It's not what you think. She's just a friend. We talk, but it's not physical. I haven't done anything wrong." I just stood there. Then I said, "Tell me the truth now or I'm gone." He said, "It was only emotional." I didn't believe him. So I messaged her. I didn't try to be clever. I just wrote, "Hey, I know about you. How long has this been going on?" She responded within minutes. "Wait, you're still together? He told me you were on a break. I wouldn't have slept with him if I knew. I'm so sorry." So, yeah, it wasn't just emotional. I didn't scream. I didn't break things. I just walked into the bathroom and sat on the floor. I locked the door and stared at the tile for a long time. He knocked, begged to talk, sat outside the door saying he was sorry, that it was a mistake, that he didn't know what he was thinking. I didn't answer. Eventually, I came out, walked past him, went to the bedroom, and slept with the door locked. The next few days were a blur. He kept saying he'd fix it, kept saying he'd go to therapy, that it didn't mean anything. But he chose her. Over and over again. In every message. In every lie. He said it started with harmless flirting at work. That she laughed at his jokes. That she saw him in a way I didn't anymore. That he didn't mean to hurt me. I asked him why he didn't come to me first. Why he didn't say something when things felt off. He said, "I didn't want to lose you." Let that sink in. He cheated on me because he didn't want to lose me. Make it make sense. Now I see everything clearly. Every distance. Every late night. Every unexplained moment of silence. Every smile at his screen. It was her. She had pieces of him I didn't even know were missing. And somehow I was the one left trying to figure out if I should be more understanding. If I was too emotionally unavailable. If maybe it was my fault. It wasn't. Not even a little. I didn't leave right away. That's probably what I hate the most when I look back. I stayed. For a little while. I let myself get pulled into his guilt and his sadness. I told myself maybe we could talk it out. That maybe it wasn't beyond fixing. He cried. I'd never seen him cry like that. Not even when his dad passed a few years back. He said he didn't know how to live with what he did. He called it a mistake. Said it wasn't planned. That it just happened. But cheating doesn't just happen. You don't trip and fall into someone's bed. He asked if we could try couples therapy. I said I needed time to think. That weekend, I stayed with my sister in Melrose. She knew something was up the moment I walked in, even though I tried to act like everything was normal. I broke down the second she hugged me. While I was there, Ben kept texting me. Updates about the house. A photo of our dog curled up on the couch. Then one night, out of nowhere, he sent me this huge paragraph about how he'd realized he loved me more than he ever loved anyone, including her. He said it was all emotional manipulation on her part. That she knew what she was doing. That she pushed for more. That she seduced him. He made himself the victim. That pissed me off. Because Sierra wasn't the one who owed me anything. He was. Still, I didn't respond. But I did unblock Sierra and text her again. Not because I needed anything from her, but because I had one question that wouldn't stop spinning in my head. Did he ever say he loved you? Her reply? Yes. Twice. First time was in December. Second time was the night he said he had a fight with you and might move out. I felt sick. I remember I had to sit down on the stairs outside my sister's place. I just stared at the sky and wondered what else I didn't know. That's when I decided to go back. Not to stay, but to get the rest of my stuff. And get the truth if there was any left. When I walked into the house that Monday morning, I felt different. Like I was walking into someone else's life. The walls looked smaller. The air was heavier. Ben looked awful. Unshaven. Barefoot. Still wearing the hoodie he wore the night everything broke. He tried to hug me. I stepped back. "I'm just here for my things." He nodded. But then he said something that stopped me. "She came to my work Friday." I froze. What? She showed up. Said she had to talk. That I owed her answers too. That made something inside me snap. "She came to your work and you didn't tell me?" I was going to. I just didn't know how. I wanted to scream. Instead, I laughed. "You keep saying you don't know how. To tell the truth. To fix things. To love me. Maybe you just don't know me at all." Then came the twist I didn't expect. He sat down on the armrest and rubbed his face. Looked pale. Looked scared. "I think she's pregnant." I swear my ears buzzed. My heart stopped. Then started pounding. I couldn't move. He looked up at me, panicked. "I don't know for sure. She said she's late. She hasn't taken a test yet." I didn't sleep with her that many times. I put up my hand. "Stop." He stopped talking. Just stared. "I need you to hear me very clearly," I said. "If she's pregnant, that's your life. Not mine." I walked upstairs, grabbed my suitcase, my laptop, and every last piece of me I'd left behind. I paused at the door on my way out and asked one last thing. "Why her?" His voice cracked. "She made me feel wanted." I nodded. Not because I understood, but because I was done trying. I walked out. But this isn't the end. Not even close. Because what came after that was worse. Much worse. A week after I left, he texted me again. It's not mine. I didn't even know what he was talking about at first. Then I remembered. Sierra. The maybe pregnancy. I ignored him. But he kept texting, calling, leaving voicemails, pacing through excuses, acting like I should be relieved now. Like him not having a kid with the woman he cheated on me with should magically undo everything else. Then one voicemail shook me. You were right not to trust me. I didn't tell you everything. That line sat with me. So, like any rational person haunted by gut instinct, I did something I hadn't done yet. I went through our shared iCloud. He never turned off the sync. I hadn't either. We both used Apple devices. Emails, calendar, notes, reminders. It was all still linked. What I found made my stomach turn. There was a calendar event titled, Ashland, Weekend Retreat with S. Ashland, New Hampshire. A place we used to go together. A quiet little lodge we stumbled on during a fall foliage trip. The same lodge he once said he wanted to propose at one day. The date of the event? October 13th to 15th. I remembered that weekend. He told me he had to fly to San Francisco for a UX conference. He even showed me the fake hotel booking. I remember asking him to bring me back Ghirardelli squares. And he brought them. Like some sick souvenir to cover his tracks. I opened his notes app and found a list titled, Things to Tell Her. 1. I still care about you. 2. I'm not happy with her anymore. 3. We'd be amazing together. 4. Let's just see what happens. Her in this list was me. He wrote out lines to say to Sierra about me, like I was a pitch he was rehearsing. And here's the next twist. One of the entries in his reminder said, Talk to Julia before March. Julia. That name made my heart race because I'd heard it before. Julia was his ex, the one he dated before me. They were together for 2 years, broke up before we met. He told me it ended clean, mutual, nothing messy. I searched his email. Sure enough, I found a thread between him and Julia. The subject line was, Still thinking about you sometimes. The email was dated May 2023. Before Sierra. Before the emotional affair even started. He was already testing doors. Seeing who might open one. In that email, he told Julia he missed the honesty they used to have. That he didn't know where his head was lately and that things at home felt flat. He asked if she wanted to grab lunch. Her reply? I'm married now, Ben. I hope you find what you're looking for. Please don't contact me again. That email sat there like it had teeth. I realized something awful then. Sierra wasn't the first. She was just the one who said yes. This whole time I'd been thinking it was about one woman. One mistake. One affair. But it was never about Sierra. It was about him. How empty he was inside. How badly he needed to feel wanted by someone, anyone, at any given moment. I stopped sleeping. Not because I missed him, but because I was starting to wonder if I'd ever actually known who he was. And then, another twist hit. I got a DM on Instagram from a woman named Leah. Hi. I know this is weird, and I'm sorry if I'm overstepping. I used to work with Ben at his old job before he joined the startup. I saw your post the other day and realized I recognized him. Just wanted to say, be careful. He has a pattern. I responded. I asked her to explain. She told me they hooked up in 2020, right before the holidays, when I thought we were quarantining together and he was working late. She said they never dated seriously, but he told her we were just roommates with history and that it was complicated. He even invited her over once, to our house, but she declined. Something about him felt off. She ghosted him after a month. I didn't know what to say. What do you even say to that? I thanked her. Told her it actually helped. Because the puzzle was finally fitting together. Ben was never busy. Ben was never lost. Ben was looking. And I was just the woman he kept around to come home to when none of his other doors stayed open long enough. It all came to a head at a friend's birthday party. Rachel, one of our mutuals, was turning 34. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and she invited both of us, clearly not knowing everything that had gone down. I told her I probably wouldn't go. But something changed that week. I was tired of hiding. Tired of protecting his image. Tired of pretending I was just taking time, when in reality, I was bleeding out behind closed doors. I didn't RSVP. I just showed up. It was at a rooftop bar in Boston. Late April. Still a little cold, but the heaters were on and drinks were flowing. When I walked in, I scanned the crowd. I wasn't even there 5 minutes before I saw him. Ben. Laughing with 2 of his coworkers. Beer in hand. Hoodie zipped halfway up like always. Comfortable. Like he hadn't shattered my entire life just 2 months ago. And then, as if the universe couldn't help itself, Sierra walked in. I didn't know she was coming. Apparently Rachel had worked with her once through a client job. Of course she didn't know the full situation either. And Ben didn't expect her to be there. That's when it all exploded. She saw him. He saw me. I saw them. I don't know who moved first. Maybe it was instinct. But suddenly all three of us were within 5 feet of each other. I heard her say, "What the hell is this?" He stepped back. "I didn't know you were coming." I turned to Sierra. "So you're still talking?" She looked at me, then at him. "He told me he wasn't seeing you anymore. That you moved out." I held her gaze. "I moved out because of you." The whole rooftop went quiet. A couple people turned to look. Rachel started walking over, but she stopped short when she caught the vibe. Ben tried to cut in. "Let's not do this here." Sierra snapped, "You don't get to control the setting anymore." She turned to me, and her voice cracked. "I swear, I didn't know he was lying about you. If I did, I nodded. I believe you. He told you what you needed to hear so you'd stay." Ben muttered, "Okay, let's all calm down," I snapped. "Don't tell us to calm down. You've been telling women to calm down your whole life just so you can lie easier." He went pale. People were definitely watching now. Then Sierra, trembling, said something that broke the silence in the worst way possible. "He told me I wasn't the only one either." I stared at her. She looked down. "He said he thought he might have gotten another girl pregnant years ago. Julia, maybe?" My heart stopped. Ben stepped forward, panicked. "That was nothing. That was from years ago." I didn't even know for sure. She blocked me. I was just being honest with Sierra at the time. I could hardly hear him. My head buzzed. My face was hot. Then Rachel finally stepped in. "Okay, whatever this is, maybe take it off the roof." But it was too late. Damage done. I turned to Ben. My voice steady. "How many women, Ben?" He didn't answer. "Give me a number. I want to know how many versions of yourself you've handed out while telling me you loved me." He swallowed hard. 3. Silence. Just that one number. 3. That's all he said. And then Sierra started crying. Not loud. Just this quiet, shaking cry that made the air feel sharp. She turned and walked straight toward the elevator. Didn't look back. I stood there for a moment, not sure what to do. Ben reached for me. "Please, don't walk away like this." I stepped back. "You're not worth chasing anymore." Then I left too. He tried texting again. Calling. Said he was broken. That he didn't know why he did what he did. Told me he started therapy. Told me he realized he'd been trying to fill a hole he created himself. That he was scared of being abandoned, so he lined up replacements, just in case. I never replied. Sierra messaged me too. She apologized again. Said she felt used. Said she hoped I could move on, even if she wasn't sure she could yet. Rachel checked in. Said, "That was intense." I told her I was sorry it happened like that. She said not to be. That people needed to see who he really was. It's been 5 months. I'm in a new place now. A little studio near Davis Square. No shared closets. No toothbrush next to mine that isn't mine. Just me and my dog, Willow, and peace. I still have moments. Quiet ones, usually. Like when I wake up alone and my brain still expects another body beside me. Or when I hear a song on the radio that I once sang in the car with him on the way to Maine. But mostly, I feel clear. I've learned that betrayal doesn't just steal your trust in someone else. It shakes your trust in yourself. Because you wonder how long you were blind. How much of your gut you silenced. How many red flags you painted white. But I don't regret leaving. I don't regret finding the messages. I regret ignoring my own silence. The part of me that knew something was off but didn't want to name it. I know now. When someone lies to your face and still wants your loyalty, that's not love. That's possession. And I'm not someone to be kept. I'm still healing. I'm still learning. But I'm no longer waiting for him to change. Or hoping he'll become the version I built in my head. He was never that man. And I'm done trying to love someone who only sees mirrors in people, never windows. I don't know if I'm hopeful yet. But I'm free. And maybe that's enough for now.